Alright, what's up guys? I've got the IK Immortal King Barbarian leveling guide here for you. And I'm going to cover all the gear from normal to when you actually equip your full IK set, which will be at the end of Nightmare, so you'll enter into Hell difficulty with it. It gives you this cool display aura here. Let's just compare the old and the new. So starting off in normal difficulty, you're just going to equip a full Sigon Set, and it's up to you whether you want to use the shield or you want to dual wield. You could dual wield and go double swing and level as a frenzy barb. It's kind of up to you. You'll get through normal a little quicker, but you'll basically at the cost of one of your respecs, which if you don't need it, I mean you get 3 and you can get more. It's up to you. What I ended up doing is just using a decent one-handed weapon with the Sigon Set, and for your jewelry you're just going to use the Angelic Wings ring and amulet. This is going to give you really the only thing you're missing from the IK set, which is attack rating. But it'll also give you a nice life boost and a little bit of dex, which doesn't hurt anything. So once you get through normal difficulty, you're gonna enter Nightmare, do bail runs until level 50 in normal, and then you're gonna be able to equip. You should have the stats to equip your IK stuff. You could even equip it a little sooner, but it's, you know, the Sigon Set is fine until this point. So first thing you're going to do is you're not going to put any points into dexterity or energy, and you're just going to put in the minimum amount of points for strength. Everything else is going into vitality, hence the name Immortal King, because you're going to have a crap ton of life. And so when you get to that point where you're entering Nightmare, you're going to get 110 strength to equip your IK gloves, and then that will give you the strength, nice strength and dex boost. So then you can equip the belt, the gloves, and the boots, and the helmet. And you'll be, like I said, level 50 at this point. You'll still use the angelic rings and amulet. However, once you switch over to Whirlwind, swap out one of these angelic rings for any ring with some mana leech. I had a, not that great rare ring with 5% mana leech, and that was enough to level easily without any mana issues, really. I kept one row of mana potions on my belt, and I didn't have an insight on my mercenary. I didn't even get a mercenary until I got to Hell difficulty. So, just because I was leveling through bail runs, and the way leveling your mercenary works, he only gets experience if you're killing stuff or he's killing stuff. So if you're leveling through bail runs, you're going to out-level him by like 20 or 30 levels. So I would recommend just not even getting a mercenary until Hell difficulty. And then you're going to get the Act 2 Nightmare offensive mercenary with Might aura. So when you get to this point, so you're going to have the IK gloves, helmet, belt, and boots equipped, angelic amulet and ring, and a mana leech ring. For your weapon, you're going to get a bone snap or something similar, and I upgraded the bone snap from the normal quality to the exceptional quality for the extra damage. If you can get the bone snap, that's going to be best, because especially if you're playing in hardcore like I am, the cold and fire resistance paired with all this other gear. What I did is I have 2 IK helms, and this one, you can see I socketed an Ort and a soul rune in it for the lightning and poison resist. So with this gear and this helmet with the Ort and the soul rune and the bone snap, with the cold and fire resist, it's going to cap your resists out. So that's going to get you through Nightmare with capped resists starting in normal difficulty. It's going to make it a whole lot safer and easier. And then once you get to the end of Nightmare, you're just going to do Bale runs until 76, at which point you will equip your full IK set, and you'll throw back on your Angelic Halo double rings for the massive attack rating. And at this point you don't need that Ort and Soul Rune in the helmet, so I just traded for a second helmet, and I threw a couple Perfect Topaz into this gear for now, just for the magic find. I don't know if I'll change it later on or not, we'll see. And then in your IK Maul, you are going to want to put, you can't really see it, but I have 2 Shale Runes socketed in the Maul, and this is because that will give you the highest breakpoint for your Whirlwind. And you only need, so the Shale Runes give you 20% attack speed each, so a total of 40. You only need 30% attack speed to hit that final breakpoint. So if you have the runes, or I mean not the runes, the jewels, 45 increased damage, 15 attack speed, 2 of those jewels would be the top tier best to put in these sockets. You'll hit the breakpoint and get 90% more enhanced damage on your weapon. And it's easy to unsocket. It will destroy these later. It doesn't take much. I think a Hell Rune and a Perfect Gem, I forget which type. So it's easy to swap that out later and change that if you get those jewels. So don't worry about throwing in 2 Shale Runes in the meantime, just to hit that attack speed breakpoint. And once you get the full IK set equipped, you're going to enter Hell with basically capped resists. I have a couple of small charms with some resists on them that helped cap my resists. I haven't got a torch yet, but a torch will also help you hit those breakpoints. Also, once you get your IK gloves on, you can equip your BO sticks, just because they take a little bit of dex, and like I said, we're not putting any points into dex here because you don't need it. So I have over 12,000 attack rating at this point, and level factors into your chance to hit. So as my level goes up, also my chance to hit will go up. So this is more than enough attack rating, plus you get attack rating based on level. So I will continue to gain attack rating as I'm leveling up. That's not an issue at all. Let's go check out our stats with when we're fully buffed here. So one thing to note though, be careful when you switch to your BO sticks, because you lose all of the bonuses from the IK set. So you can see here my resists are not that great when I switch, so I only do it when there aren't monsters around, so I don't get so I don't die stupidly from a mistake like that. So once we've got our war cries on, right now I'm only level 78, so I've got another 10 levels that will come pretty easily. After that it starts to slow down quite a bit. I've got over 3.5k HP, 190 mana, about 11k defense, and that also is affected by your character level, the chance to be hit, so it's going to be really hard for monsters to hit me. As far as skills go, maxing battle orders, I put a point into these. These are some 1-point wonders. So if you are fighting a boss, pop this on them. It's going to lower their defense by 62%. It's basically like a curse, and their damage by 31%. It's AoE, so that's great. This gives you an extra chance to find an item. I really only use it off bosses and maybe unique monsters. A lot of monsters I freeze and shatter, so sometimes I don't get to use that. These are all 1-point wonders. Max your Mace mastery. Combat skills, 1 point in all these. Max Whirlwind. And I'm finishing maxing out Shout, and then I will put whatever remaining points I have into Concentrate. So, also just to cover, I forgot to mention the Nightmare. The Nightmare chest piece you will use will be Duriel's Shell, and that will cap your resists out. You'll have no problems in Nightmare. So, hope this helps you guys out when you're leveling your IK Barb. It's a fun build. It's very, very easy to get the gear. Pretty cheap and very strong for the cost. Not great for PvP, but for PvE it's pretty good. I've got 132 MF, which isn't terrible, so I can do some farming on here. But as you can see, these are sort of my extra stats that I've got. The bonus damage to demons and undead is great. The crushing blow is really good. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And remember to give them the